Bismillah, Adaman, Adahim, which means in the name of God, the gracious, the merciful, the beneficent, the creator of the worlds. My Father God, Allah, Abba, I come to y'all in peace. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day. Make the best out of y'all day. Uh, Try to do that every day. I hope you learned something. You see me at this time, I'm always be asking that y'all learn something. You should be learning something every day. All right. If you don't know what to know, I mean, you're learning stuff all day anyway. Whether you're learning something good or something that's some bull crap, but you're learning all the time. Though you are like receptors. You know what I mean? You are like electrical. You know, you're always picking up signals. Sometimes you notice, sometimes you don't. Or just like the TV antennas, it's frequencies in the atmosphere. All right, but anyway, yeah. If you don't know what to know, you need to know who you are. Which means I know who I am. I'm so and so. Or you don't know who you are. You don't even know why you're acting the way you're acting if you really look at the situation. Or you know what I mean? But know who you are, and know whose you are. That's supreme. To know who you are and whose you are. You are made in the image of God, brother, sister. You're powerful beyond measure and don't even know it. Or a lot of us distracted. A lot of people, just like Jesus, as Jesus' words say, Matthew 13, verse 16, Jesus said, "But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it." But that, why you say that? Young brother, young sister. Take advantage of the time. Make yourselves available. Apply yourselves. And have the right attitude. Know who you are and whose you are. That's supreme. Many of the people don't get to see that quite often. Why is that? Between Satan, sin, and the world, many people never even truly get to live. What you mean? I know people with money got this and got that. They don't never get to live. You know how many people got money miserable? Do you know how many people got money miserable? Just because you got money, that don't make you okay. So what? You got degrees, this and that. Many people alive, but they really not living. You know what I mean? They never really understand life about it. People, life very very simple. Many people, as you see, don't get to be simple, do they? Don't you see people caught up all day running around like a hamster on a wheel? Always stuff going on. They never really truly get to be happy with life to some degree. And you do that when you know who you are and whose you are. That's when you got peace. You don't need nothing. You don't need money, this and that. If I got this, cool. If I don't got, that's hard too. You know, it ain't about those things. Hard to know who you are. Many people not examine themselves. They don't know who they are. You powerful beyond measure and don't even know it. You sound asleep. But it's the time to wake up. If you can capture that moment and take advantage, young brother, young sister, older brother, older sister. Because many people don't, a lot of people died never experiencing this on this side of the earth. They was too distracted, way down. Where there's always stuff pulling at you. Work, this and that, all type of stuff. You can create your own job, I can do this, you know what I mean? With enough time. Where, you know what I mean? Got time. But between this and that, It's always time. I give what I got, just like as the words say, uh, like every day, like we're being poured out or something. You know what I mean? I know how this life goes, and I know how life goes. Many people, this and that, they don't really understand all the way. But especially when you this and that, you know what I mean? That's life sometimes. Jesus died at 33. You make it past between 33 and 36. You make it past 36, man. Word. It's like a full. Uh, it's almost like how the junk is. The Lord says something like that. The day is gonna be cut short or something for the sake of the elect. You know what I mean? Like word. You make it past how long Jesus lived, you blessed. Word. Uh, but anyway, yeah, take advantage, young brother, young sister. Get to know who you are and whose you are. Uh, Capitalize on it, and don't let sin, Satan, and the world throw you off. Don't get caught up in the money, caught up in movies and doing a lot of things and this and that. You can do anything you want to do. Or you can do anything you want to do. The Lord will bless you if you don't care about things. But it's not about doing anything you want to do. It's about knowing who you are. To know who you are and whose you are is supreme. Because many people want to know the same. They don't know who they are. That's why they caught up in this and caught up in that. You know what I mean? Including myself. It's easy to as a younger man. You know what I mean? Where easy. I'm just now. I'm still trying to get to know, to understand every day. You know what I mean? Where but growing up was a little bit distracted. You know what I mean? Even with dealing with stuff. You know what I mean? Like where be thrown off and distracted sometimes. And then you get caught up in messing around in the world. You're lucky and fortunate if you get to understand who you are or whose you are. Do you know how many people in jail or dead? They never even got to have this conversation. They never even got to have this conversation. Or I done been places, hopped on planes, did this and did that. That stuff don't mean nothing at the end of the day, bro. So what? I hopped on planes, I had a lot of money, I did this and did that. So what? It comes and it goes. Even if you still got a whole bunch of stuff. So what? Well, it's the same as having nothing, to be honest with you. What you mean? You can have a whole bunch. It's the exact same as having nothing, though, to be honest with you. If you empty on the inside, that's what I mean. Let me pick up where I left off, but y'all keep on doing that. Well, I hope you're doing it. Keep on learning. I ask that you hope y'all learn something today. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6 say, my people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. You filled up on a whole bunch of bull crap, but it's the little bit that you need to get. It's the little bit that's important for you that you need to know that overrides a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. All right. Pick up where we left off. Message to the black man in America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He wrote this in 1965. All right. I'm gonna give y'all what I got while I can. You heard me? Well, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna pick up and learn and give out what I got that's coming through and what I read like while I can. Because I can easily just keep it for myself and like this and that. It ain't no secrets. Ain't no secret knowledge. You know what I mean? I was talking to Shorty at work and Mr. Dwayne. Right. They work. They both. It's like I'm training them. You know what I mean? Right. Listen. I get them little. I screenshot them some applications on what they might need to know. I ain't gotta do that. I'm not the. I'm not your real trainer. Alright, y'all just working with me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Word. Better pay attention. Word. You know what I mean? You Pay attention. If you don't pick up this and that, you ain't gonna make the cut or something. You know what I mean? But because I mess with the people, I'm gonna give them a little something extra. You ain't even gotta ask. I'm gonna give it to you, then I'm gonna tell you what it's for. You know, I'm explaining to you, like, yo, this and that. You in a situation, it's like the best situation you probably gonna need. You see how I'm doing this and doing that, pay attention. Cause you're gonna need to know. How word, pay attention. I'm gonna tell you what I put up yesterday. Word, tell me what I was gonna this and that. If y'all pay attention to that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna show you and tell you this and that, just in case I'm not around. I want y'all to be successful in being out here. I don't want to stop y'all from not getting y'all's money. You know what I mean? What? I'm gonna give you the recipe, give you the formula, free. You ain't gotta pay. They should be paying me to train, but you ain't gotta pay. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I know, and then whenever y'all go, y'all go. All right. Alright, but you can't say I ain't show you. If someone asked this and that brother told you did tell me this and that, like, where, dude, this and that, you know what I mean? He looked out. Alright, many people, they not gonna do this or do that or go over to help you. Why? Because if they know what you know, then they can take your spot. Ask me, am I worried about somebody taking my spot? Bro, I'm not never. I would be a disbeliever in the God. To not want to see my brother or sister shine. To even have that in my mind. To not want them to be equal as me. Don't you believe all men created equal? To not want them to be equal as me, as in what I know. That will be showing I'm a disbeliever in the God. As the Bible say, love your neighbor as yourself. How would you want it to be done? You know what I mean? Word. That's what I do. Like for the people, new people, I mean, I give them little jumps like, boom, this is what y'all should do. Y'all can call me if y'all need help. I got y'all. Alright. Because I done called a few people. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, Aiden. Alright, called Aiden a few times, bro. Yo, this y'all look a little crazy to me. What's up? Talk to me, bro. What's up? So, like, yeah, word, appreciate that. That's a blessing. Little small things like that be a blessing, bro. Many people be worried about taking your spot or something, or don't want to let you shine or this and that. That's bull crap. Even when I was a younger dude, I got a little home I used to mess with. I still do. Like, word, like my brother. One thing about I ain't afraid to let the people go up as you're supposed to do. Right, raise the younger people up. You're gonna need them one day, you know? Because you don't do that, you end up messed up, and the young people end up messed up when it could have been your help. We must teach our own. What the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said on page 48 at the bottom. Today, with all of our white civilized schooling, we have not been taught of our own. Correct? They never teach us of our own. Since the coming of Allah, their reason for not teaching us of our own is made crystal clear. The knowledge that Allah has given us gives the knowledge of our own. Being the first people of the earth, we are destined to be the last. We are the creators and the makers. This limited civilization of the white man, his rule is now terminating, never to be brought into existence again. This makes it absolutely against the will of the white man to honor and respect you or me and our nation as being the first people and the makers of the universe. Why so much teaching and warning given to the American so-called Negro, and so little or no teaching of the kind being given to the African and Asian black nation? It is due to the fact that we are living in the very near future. It is due to the fact that we are living in the midst of a people whom Allah, God, will destroy in the very near future. We are on the brink of fire and must be removed to a zone of safety. The ignoring of such warnings and of the time of the judgment of this world, the Caucasian world, with their great universal power that they have exercised over the black nation, makes it very hard for the average black person to conceive of the idea of such a strong race of people being removed. This is a very small thing in the eyes and power of Allah, removing and destroying people who have brought his anger against them for their neglect of worship and respect of him as the supreme being, who do not even respect his representatives but prosecute and kill them. These people have been the worst people to us, the black nation, since they have been on the face of the earth. They were created and made for just the purpose of destroying our peace as well as our lives. They have destroyed 600 million of the black nation since they have been on our planet. This averages 100 million every 1,000 years of their rule. They have affected 9/10 of the total population of the black man under their rule, including the brown, red, and yellow races. They have deceived, as the Bible, Revelation of John says, the whole world. Thank you. And now they are being made manifest as the deceivers and adversaries of Allah and his true religion of entire submission to his will, Islam. This black people of America who have been swallowed symbolically by the white slave master and his children must now be brought out of this race of people and be taught the knowledge of their own. Allah is holding the affair in person under Allah is holding the affair in person under the name of Master Fard Muhammad. He has chosen us today to be his people and means to take us and build and establish forever a people of righteousness and a people with unlimited knowledge of the divine supreme being. The very last of one of these will become greater than the greatest of the world. Word. The Orthodox Muslims will have to bow to the choice of Allah. Allah will bring about a new Islam. As for the principles of belief, they remain the same. There will be no more signs to be watched for the coming of God and the setting up of a new world of Islam. We are seeing this change now and entering into it. The devils oppose this change, and the Orthodox join them in opposing us because of their desire to carry on the old ways of Islam. Allah will place those of his choice and authority in the making of the new world, and others must obey whomever he puts in authority, or find themselves fighting against the power of whomever they hold to be on their side and in their favor. We must have a new world. We accept for a new nation completely. As Yaqub brought about a people, the present white race, who were a completely new people made out of the original of us. Another new people must be made to be the ruling voice of tomorrow out of this old world that is now living her last days. They will be completely new people. Excuse me. The Holy Quran and the Bible refer to them as being brought about by the power and will of God in person and in the resurrection of the mentally dead, uh, lost, found, original people in America. We may not seem to please you or to be pleasing Allah, but it is written in the Bible that He will give to whom He pleases and chastise whom He pleases. This is to warn us that we have no choice in the matter. Whatever Allah desires, He will bring into being, whether we like it or not. That's absolutely correct. And I got a snack or something. Cause Brody, I ain't gonna play. I like that though. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. God forgive me. Who's around? Although dang so dry though. I ain't gonna flex. And I'm a little bit tired. But it's alright. We're gonna be alright. These don't ain't bad though. A little lemon jumps. I don't really eat some jumps like that. That ain't bad. Alright. Blackman. Oh, I took that junk out. Alright. Blackman. Accept your own is what the title said. God said, accept your own. He got that in quotations. It is an act of intelligence and love for us to accept our own. One would say, what is our own? No. Is that the number one he got right there? I think that is number one. I think. Oh, no. No, our own people, our own earth, God and his religion, Islam, the religion of peace, and of our place in the sun. This divine call to us to accept our own makes sense. Everything of life will accept its own kind as its own. Why the so-called Negroes, members of the great Asiatic nation of the tribe of Shabazz, refuses to accept his own is because of being made blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of self and kind by the devils when they were babies under slavery. Today, they cling to the same enemy of their fathers and the enemies of all black people upon the face of the earth because they cannot see any hope for a future for themselves and their own kind and self due to the lack of knowledge of self. They beg the enemy, even for friendship, which is like the frog pleading to the snake not to swallow him after the snake has gotten him in his mouth. The black people of America have been swallowed by the slave masters who are a race of devils says all-wise God Allah, and now refuse to let us go without hindrance and hold us a prey against the will of Allah, in the person of Master Fraud Muhammad, who now seeks our deliverance, since our people love the enemy more than God. For God to fulfill his promises to deliver us from our enemies, he must go to war against the enemy and break the enemy's power of resistance to free us. War is inevitable. The so-called Negroes must come to the knowledge of truth, that they have no future in their enemies, who are the enemies of Almighty God, Allah. God must come to put an end to war, and that is to say, destroy those who love to make war and delight in making mischief. The American white people delight in mistreating us, their former slaves. There is no justice for us among such people. The devils in person, they hate us if we try being good. They have turned upon us who have turned to Allah and have accepted his true religion, Islam, and are pursuing, persecuting, and killing some of us just because we are Muslims. And they fear the teachings of Islam and the history and knowledge of the devils, and that all of the history, uh, oh, and that all of our people will believe in Allah and his true religion, Islam. They hate unity among the so-called Negroes. A continued war is made upon us by the white devils of America. Why shouldn't we accept our own and return to our own? There is no future in this people for us. They have hundreds and thousands of my followers in jails, and state and government penitentiaries. They are falsely accusing many more and putting them under unjust, heavy penalties and long terms of imprisonment just because they want to be Muslims. The refusal of the Supreme Court to hear the unjust judges' decisions against my followers, the Muslims in Louisiana, and the killing and the wicked, unjust plan that the Los Angeles court seeks to place against the poor innocent Muslims that Allah saved from the police guns last April 27th, 1962, is enough for the intelligent animal, is enough for the unintelligent animal world to shudder and weep. Shouldn't Allah destroy such an unjust people as our slave master's children? The day of visitation has come. She shall reap what she has sown. I like the fact Honorable Elijah Muhammad got the heart to call the damn spade what a spade is. That's he ain't talking about all the people. All right. Listen. A little bit tired. Just a little bit. Got a little heat on. Yeah. Look. Damn, I'm mad. I'm just a little bit sad. That's alright. Anyway. Stick with me. Who is the original man? what the title say. The above question is now answered from the mouth of Allah to us, the so-called Negroes. For the first time since our straying away from our own nation, the secret of who is God and who is the devil has been a mystery to the average one of mankind, to be revealed in all of its cleverness to one who was so ignorant that he know not even himself, born blind, deaf, and dumb in the wilderness of North America. All praise is due to the great Mahdi who was to come and has come, the sole master of the worlds. I ask myself at times, what can I do to repay Allah, the great Mahdi, Father Muhammad, for his coming wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? Most of us, having been born in the southern part of this wilderness of sin, where the member of the white race, man of sin, has always manifested himself to us, the so-called Negroes, should have known that he was really the evil one by the way he treated us. Yet we were made so dumb that we still could not recognize him. The truth of him is now being told and taught throughout the world. To his anger and sorrow, he is losing no time trying to hinder the truth of the above question. Who is the original man? He is setting watchers and listeners around me and my followers to see if he can find some other charge to put against us, to satisfy his anger of the truth that we preach from the mouth of Allah, who is with us in person. The original man, Allah has declared, is none other than the black man. The black man is the first and last, maker and owner of the universe. From him came all brown, yellow, red, and white people. By using a special method of birth control law, the black man was able to produce the white race. The true knowledge of the black and white mankind should be enough to awaken the so-called Negroes and put them on their feet and on the road to self-independence. Yet they are so afraid of the slave masters that they even love them to their destruction and wish that the bearer of truth would not tell the truth even if he knows it. The time has arrived when we must be told. The time has arrived when it must be told the world over. There are millions who do not know who is the original man. Why should this question be put before the world today? Because it is the time of judgment between the black and white and the knowledge of the rightful owners of the earth. Allah is now pointing out to the nations of the earth their rightful places, and this judgment will bring an end to war over it. Now it is so easy to recognize the original man, the real owner of the earth, by the history of the two, black and white. We have an unending past history of the black nation and a limited one of the white race. We find that history teaches that the earth was populated by the black nation ever since it was created, but the history of the white race does not take us beyond 6,000 years. Everywhere the white race has gone on our planet, they have either found the original man or a sign that he had been there previously. Allah is proving to the world of black men that the white race actually does not even own any part of our planet. The Bible and Holy Quran bears witness to the above. If you are able to understand it, the Holy Quran, the beauty of scriptures, repeatedly challenges the white people to point out the part of the heavens and earth that they created. It further teaches that they are not even their own creators. We created white man from a small life germ. The soft pronoun we, used nearly throughout the Holy Quran, makes the knowledge of the original man much clearer and more intelligent. Of how the white race's creation took place. In the Bible, referring to their creation, we have us. Excuse me. Genesis 1:26, creating, or rather making the race. The us and we used show beyond a shadow of a doubt that they came from another people. A knowledge of the white race removes once and for all times the mistakes that would be made in dealing with them. My followers and I can and are getting along with them in a more understandable way than ever because we know them. You cannot blame one for the way he or she was born, for they had nothing to do with that. Can we say to them, why don't you do righteousness when nature did not give righteousness to them? Or say to them, why are you such a wicked devil? Who is responsible, the maker, the made, or his maker? Yet we are not excused for following and practicing his evil or accepting him for a righteous God just because he is not his maker. Word. I like that. That's facts. That's facts. Bro, you don't understand, man. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A few more pages. I'm off the chat. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what happened. I ain't gonna flex. What else? 48 to 54. Mm-hmm. A little tired. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know? I ain't even gonna flex. I am tired a little bit. Just a little bit. What we gonna do about it? I'm telling you, we're gonna do it, bro. Close these blinds. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Let's go ahead to read that. Go ahead to keep on knowing. Y'all know where you're going until you know like where you come from. You know what I mean? Truly. Alright, you don't know where you're going until you know you come from. You know what I mean? Alright, what's up, 310 Man Roof? Assalamu alaikum to you, brother. Alright. Yeah. But you don't know where you're going to like you know where you come from. You know what I mean? Many people really don't wanna know where they come from. They're not really looking back or asking how did we get here. You know? How we get in the condition we in? Why we trapped out? I said something, it was rather yesterday or earlier. It might have been earlier, I don't know. I've been working with these people. I'm thrown out a little bit. I'm working 12, 13 hours. Nigga. I'm tired. They don't even expect me to be on. To be honest with you, be able to have no juice. All right. Well, I just know what I'm saying. Many people, oh yeah, don't want to ask the question like how we get right here. What you mean? How come we trapped out? History repeats itself 310. Especially when the people don't pay attention to the mistake. If I walk somewhere and stump my toe one time, I ain't gonna hit that same spot twice, nigga. Or unless I'm tripping. But that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. The people, I don't know, man. What's a project? A project is a science experiment. Ain't that what we call the hood? Like a project? It's a science experiment. And we the test subject. And don't know it. We busy trapped out. We trapped out banging this and that. Or we at work. Even if we working. Even for us who working, we occupied and distracted. My boy, I'm working 13 hours. How much time you think I got to do this and do that? Think I'm working 13 hours. How much time you think I got to do this and do that and mess with people? I got a lot of people who I want to help. Young people, older people. Bro, I'm just now, like, being able to go to work. It's messed up. It's like, you forgetting sometimes. I'm 31. Time freaking flying. I ain't gonna flex you, bro. Like, I spent the last 10 years with my great grandma. You know what I mean? Like, making sure she alright. That's very important to take care of people. I'm just saying, might distract. You know what I mean? Might distract this and that, and that's the way the junk's set up. You think it's a coincidence you don't see a lot of dads around? Listen, man, you don't think it's a coincidence? Like the men messed up. People be talking. Well, he don't do this, he don't do that. It ain't that brother's fault. He probably had the training to get right. And if it's bad enough, you got the female to the back. You got the female to the bash her own damn man. Word, dude, tram. My nigga tram. Word. Word. It's many drunks to be like that, cheating on the, you know what I mean? Word, like it's crazy. My man's to be trying. Alright. But it ain't a coincidence that a lot of black men out of ran. Where the black men at in jail? Ain't they most of them in jail? Those who gotta do what they gotta do? Alright, most of them in jail. Or they dead. Or some of they work. If they work all damn day, they not around. They work all damn time. You know what I mean? And we who out here try to do the best we can, but the example we try to do is only with the, we don't know we know dude trapped out this and that, bro. Word. I think to myself all the time, like I don't want to relay a bad image. You know, I keep my junk stuff on me, but I don't want young people to think you gotta have guns and stuff on you, because you ain't gotta be like that out here. Especially if ain't nobody doing nothing to you. If ain't nobody shooting at you, this and that, man, I've been shot a few times. I've been shot at. I had people come in the crib, well, not for me, but you don't know what it's like, my boy, to wake up and something going on. Nigga, If you ain't got nothing going on, you don't really need to put yourself in a situation. I've been in situations by myself out here. I'm just talking about work. You don't understand work, and even with that, I still ain't got no problems. I know that for a fact. Word. I know who watch over me. Uh, but I was saying the image. I don't want to relate to the young people. Like you, it's alright for you to have guns and stuff. It's okay. Guns don't kill people. Dumb people, what guns do? People who scared. Listen, I keep guns on, but if I see someone this and that, this is a problem. I'm quick to take my junk off. Most people, nah, back up, bro. Most don't want to fight or nothing, bro. That's why, and I know that for a fact. Somebody probably popped me because they don't want to fight, thinking I'm a bro. You know what I mean? People, they don't be like that though. A lot of people, they'd rather shoot you than throw your hands up. You know, bro, I'll take it all, bro. As long as we ain't on your no funny crap. Take that junk off. Word. Talk to me for a minute. What you talking about? But many people, they don't think that. They might be come a whole different other way. Just because of that. They might not think, dude, might not want to talk. You know what I mean? Word. It can easily go left really, really fast. Really, really fast. If you're not thinking, you fight up here. Don't just use tools and stuff. Use this first of all, my boy, to think about it. You know what I mean? Think about the situation you're in. Where you at? What's going on? You want to be aware? Think. You know what I mean? Make it home. Word. Think. But this is what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of us who out here, we messed up. A lot of us men good, do the best we can, but that's only what we know. Like I said, what we know is either straight to jail, straight to jail, or in the graveyard. Sometimes it's by choice, sometimes it's by accident. Wrong spot, wrong time, man. Messing around stuff shouldn't be messing around with. As anything. Life and jump. Who designed the street? Bro. Listen, any one of y'all good at math? I made it to like second geometry or something. I think I made it to second geometry or something. I'm really good at math though. All right, like I understand, but there's some people who are way more advanced in math. When you way more advanced in math, mathematics like build civilizations. It gets to the point you can add up. What you mean? If I know, like, listen, bro, I'm gonna put it to you in a way where you can understand. You just heard me say mathematics run a civilization, right? If I know what you need, know what you buying, I got this, I can make the store. I did the math already on this and that. I know everything what I need to get. I did the math already. You know what I mean? I know what you're gonna buy. I done did the math already on what y'all already buying. So I can pre-tell how this gonna go. Based on what y'all doing. Based on what y'all doing, I can almost see down the line a little bit. Just off knowing the mathematics in some areas. Ain't that what people do in business? They look at they do a little chart. They see the charts. Y'all ever seen them little charts? They doing this good. They doing this good. This doing good. They doing math to see like what they need to do. But what I'm trying to say, to make a long story short, these people who built the civilization, they very, very smart. All right. It ain't by chance that you end up in jail. It ain't by chance a lot of men ain't around confirmation. It ain't by chance all this stuff happening. People very, very smart. You could use math a good way or use it in a bad way. Chemistry and stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of drugs, people making this and that, they're using chemistry the wrong way. You use it the right way, you can You get a lot of medicine stuff. You use it the wrong way, you can make drugs and this and that. You can mess a whole lot of people up. You know what I mean? It's like the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You know what I mean? Where there's some good you could do, there's some bad you could do. These people choose to do bad. All right. Not only did they choose to do bad, but they planned it out, and they was some math geniuses, some evil geniuses. All right, wicked as hell. That's why we in the condition we in. Make a long story short. All right. But I was saying something the other day. I think I said it yesterday. The thing about this, it's Psalms 57. I said it this morning. If y'all tune in, but Psalms 57. Listen, y'all listen to this real quick. Tell me this ain't fire. Tell me this ain't fire. Psalms 57 verse 6. Brother David said, "They spread a net. They spread a net for my feet. I was bowed down in distress. They dug a pit in my path, but they themselves have fallen into it." Listen, you want to know the cool thing about a net? Any one of y'all go deep sea fishing? Or ever been? I ain't never been to the ocean or deep sea fishing, but I watch it on TV. I like to watch some people doing that. My last name, Pisces. I like to be in the water. I like to fish and stuff too. Right. I got 3 fishing poles in the car. But listen, the thing about this net thing, I ain't talking about a small net where you grab a tadpole or something. Now I'm talking about a huge net where you gotta drop one side off right here, and then they gotta go over to the other side, drop it off. The thing about a net, it'll catch everything. The net ain't showing no favoritism. It catch everything. These wicked, evil ass people done cast a huge net, messing people up. It's even catching they people. Man, it hit different when your children, and even catching some of my Caucasian brothers and sisters. They struck off meth, heroin, coke, all this stuff too. It hit different when your children on. Word. Mom said plans for us to be, it hit different when your people on it. Man, it ain't a good feeling, is it? When little babies and stuff being born and this and that and the stuff not right. You think that's by accident, man? It ain't by accident, man. These people wicked as hell, bro. And the people gotta pay for that one day too, though. All right. But without knowing, you'll never know where you're going until you know where you come from. Where we going? Where the people going? Nobody nowhere. But it's a good thing. The Lord said we're gonna walk by faith. We walk by faith and not sight. Things look bad. The Lord said it's gonna be looking bad. Then He gonna show up and show out and do something. And then He gonna show up. Alright. Many of y'all ain't paying attention. But this special time we living in, though. I'm about to jump off. I'm about to jump off in a little bit tired. Just a little bit. Y'all be blessed, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed. And y'all forgive me. Like I say, I just got off of doing 13, my boy. But gotta pick up stuff, isn't it? And I got new people in training. In the middle of nowhere at work. You want to get some footage? I'm like 30 minutes away, my boy. Why? Isn't that? But we made it. I go to sleep. Y'all be blessed, man. I'll catch y'all again. Hopefully. Amen. Peace. I can get out of here. Log me out.